Hi, my name is Bob Brennaman. I'm a realtor here in Charleston, South Carolina, and today we're going to continue our series. It's called Ask Bob, and we're going to sit down and talk to my home inspector, Matt, and he's going to kind of talk about the different aspects of a home inspection.
You know, the purpose of a home inspection is to evaluate a home so a buyer can make an informed decision on their investment. So what I encompass in the inspection process is many aspects of the home, which is the exterior, all exterior, whether it's the siding, the trim, the windows, the roof, the HVAC, your heat and air, electrical, plumbing, kitchen appliances, and even simple things like, do doors latch shut, conditions of walls, floors, ceilings, fireplaces. It basically depends on what's in the home, if there's a garage or not, but there's many aspects of a home that get inspected. Foundation, is there a crawl space? Is it a slab? Is it elevated? So there's a lot of things that are in a home inspection that I evaluate so you know the condition of the home before you purchase it.
So let's talk about some of the common things that you see in inspections around the Lowcountry that seem to be from house to house.
When it comes to homes on crawl spaces, not every home, but oftentimes there's moisture issues because of being in the Lowcountry, a lot of water. So of course some houses, and there's many out there that are nice and dry, but all depending on if there's ductwork under a house or no vapor barrier, there can be some moisture issues underneath there, which is why it's a really important part of a home to inspect, just because no one really wants to go underneath there. It's kind of your out of sight, out of mind area, you could say.
Sure, you just hope everything's fine under there.
Right, no one wants to go underneath there but me, or your Seal 100 guy, but basically that is something that's kind of a common theme in houses in the Lowcountry that can have problems, not always have problems.
And I know, for people that are not from here, sometimes I see, we get a moisture level reading that's higher than what it should be, and it gets them kind of honestly freaked out by it. And what you're saying, and what I tell them is it's very typical in this environment to have moisture level under a house. I mean, you don't want mold or anything like that, obviously, but that's part of it's, just
right.
About
There's always
here.
going to be some moisture underneath there because this is a very humid area. That's just the nature of the beast, I guess you could say.
Any other kind of like common problems? I know it seems like to me that I see like flashing issues sometimes, or they're,
Yeah, I mean the bigger, aspects of a home are just condition of roof and condition of HVAC, like your heating and air. So when it comes to roof, yeah, there can be flashing problems, but those are typically going to be your two quote unquote like maintenance issues that are going to cost a little more to replace in the long run. So the condition of those items are also really important. Being the Lowcountry, we have a pretty big temperature differential when it comes to the summer and winter. So it's always good to know the condition of your heating and air equipment, whether it's a heat pump or you have a gas furnace and an air conditioner. The condition of those is, like I said, it's just really important. So roofs and HVAC are kind of like, quote unquote, your bigger ticket items, I guess you could say. So the condition of those is really important.
When we first started talking, you kind of went through a list of the things that you do in an inspection. What are some of the things that you don't typically provide in an inspection of a home?
Yeah, the typical things that home inspectors don't really evaluate are if you have irrigation system, fire suppressant systems, any kind of home theater audio, like speaker systems throughout the house aren't inspected.
Pools?
Typically, I like to bring a pool specialist in there to evaluate it. Now, just because of who I am and how I inspect, I'm always looking at the condition of the pool. I like to look at the pool equipment to see if there's any obviously leaks. Is it running? I mean, the obvious. But if there's a pool that's a little more technical, that has a heater or a chiller, you really want a pool specialist to come in and service those and really evaluate those to make sure they're running properly. Kind of like you would with a heat pump, if there's some age to a unit, then you want to have that technician to come in there and really dig in there and make sure it's functioning well.
You and I were talking before we started shooting this video about inspecting new construction. And I always tell people it's a good idea, even if you've got a great builder, to have Matt walk through the house right before close to come up with a punch list. And you were saying that you kind of think that maybe a 9-month inspection before they get to their year window on everything not being under warranty is maybe a better idea. Kind of talk about that.
I think it depends on who you are and how you want to go about it. I definitely think new construction should be inspected at some point in time. So like you're saying, if you're at the mindset of wanting to get it done before you move in, that way, yes, I can go around and make sure the punch list items are getting taken care of before you move in, which could be nice in case there's sanding of sheetrock and dust getting out there. But still the whole inspection process gets done as well, because you never know, there could just be something that was overlooked, or a duct that could be leaking air in an attic that could be a little bigger problem that you want to get done before you move in. But like the other side of the coin, like we were discussing before, is if you want to kind of wait and see kind of what occurs with the home, because you never know, some things can arise over time. It happens. I always like to tell people to kind of keep a list of things they've seen or things that they've noticed that they can give to a builder. But also, it's not a bad idea to have a home inspector come in maybe around 9-10 month period, just so that home inspection get done, that report can be made, and then you can give that to the builder before your warranty is up and say, hey, these are the things that I've noticed, the home inspectors noticed, and we'd like these done before your warranty's over.
And honestly, it might be a little less confrontational to do it that way than it would be, sometimes. It depends on the builder. I mean, I think,
completely
because
depends on the builder.
they don't want, I wouldn't say they don't want an extra pair of eyes, but nobody likes a backseat driver.
Exactly.
So the 9-month one does seem like, maybe a better scenario if somebody is, is comfortable with what they've got, or even maybe a 2-pronged inspection where you do at close or right before close, and then you come back in and do a 9-month inspection to help them make sure they get those items, taken care of.
For sure. And when it comes to just new construction, and some people even like to do it in phases. So there's, every now and then, I'll do a pre-drywall inspection. So before the sheetrock goes up, you're looking at all the plumbing lines, all the electrical lines, how everything's running through the walls, and then the sheetrock goes up and you kind of wait till the very end and then do another inspection. So once again, I think it's just the comfort level of the buyer as to how you want to go about it. There's no right or wrong way necessarily.
This is what's going to bring them comfort.
To me, it's just more of the comfort. And like you're saying, when it comes to a contractor, definitely don't want to be the backseat driver, but there's contractors that I encounter at these inspections are like, yes, I've been staring at this for a while, and things start kind of blending together sometimes. No, not throwing anybody under the bus, but like, yeah, come in, let me know what you see, because we've been looking at this for a while.
All right, my name is Bob Brennaman. Again, we're wrapping up the Ask Bob question series, and we talked to a home inspector, a friend of mine, Matt. If you have any questions about Charleston, anything about restaurants, schools, anything related to the area, please feel free to give me, Bob Brennaman, a call at 843-345-6074, or you can always reach us on the web at charlestonproperty.net. Thanks so much, y'all.